Hello, Aaron Kubitz, personal trainer at Functional Aesthetics CC, where we're helping average guys perform better in their lives inside and outside the gym. Today's video is just a training vlog of some workouts that I've been doing in the past couple months. Today's video is going to be a combination of lower body pushing and upper body pulling. I know that sounds a little bit awkward or a little bit different than what you might have typically heard in the online fitness space, which is typically where you're doing lower body pulling and then upper body pulling. So maybe you're doing deadlifts, barbell rows, chin-ups, and then maybe finishing off with some biceps work and maybe even some abs, right? And then like if you're going to go and do like, squats, overhead presses, bench presses and stuff like that, do those all in the same day and finish it off with some isolation work for your triceps. Now, while that is good advice and everything, and I'm not going to contradict that, a lot of times I just tend to put the exercises together, not for any particularly good reason, but more so because I'm actually feeling like that's the right thing to do in that moment. When you've been training for many years, you tend to start to get kind of an intuition of what you need to be doing on that particular day. Now, the reason I did this in this day is mainly just because I had skipped some rows on another day, so I was going to do squats this day. I've been doing a lot of overhead pressing already, and to balance out the shoulders and stuff like that, I decided to do some more rowing. Now, with that being said, rowing can actually help you perform better in the squat. Now, that's not to say that you should row on the same day as you're doing your squats, but rowing can actually help you to get better retraction of the shoulder blades, which can actually help you produce more leverage when you're doing your squats. So, for what it's worth, maybe it's not the dumbest idea to put squats and rows together in the same exercise, although you can continue doing the typical lower body and upper body pushing and lower body pulling and upper body pulling exercises if you wish. This is just merely some exercises that I've been doing and something to kind of entertain you, maybe motivate you a little bit to get back there in the gym. So nothing terribly earth-shattering in this video, just some an overview of kind of what I've been doing in some of my training and kind of go from there. So without further ado, we will see you on the flip side of the video. Alright guys, thank you for making it this far into the video. Again, very basic workout, doing some squats, doing some barbell rows, threw in some lunges in there as well because I also like to do some unilateral training. I like to hit the muscles from a variety of different angles. Helps to build a more balanced physique, and it also helps to make you a little bit more athletic as well. So if you're just trying to move as much weight as possible, it's better to be in the most stable position as possible, right? But if you're trying to improve your overall athletic performance, that is where I believe that it's good to incorporate unilateral and anti-rotational exercises into your routines as well to make you a well-rounded and athletic individual in addition to being strong. So I guess one last thing before I close out this video would be, in the functional fitness community, so you typically have your bodybuilding and your powerlifting community, right? And then you have like your functional fitness crowd, and the functional fitness crowd would typically poo-poo the powerlifting and the bodybuilding community, saying, well, you're not functional, you're just super, super strong, and you know, maybe you got these big muscles and everything like that, but you're muscle bound, you can't move well, and things like that, right? I tend to take a different track, right? So I think that, you know, functional is really depending on what you're trying to do, right? Now, there's no doubt about it. If you're trying to become as strong as possible, doing barbell deadlifts and squats, bench presses and stuff like that are going to help you develop absolute maximal strength, right? Because you're in a much more stable position. Bars are a lot easier to hold and stuff like that, so you're going to overload your prime movers in the back, the legs, and the chest, shoulders region better than you are going to with, say, doing like push-ups or things of that nature, right? With that being said, they are often kind of locked in to one single plane of motion, and so when you move outside that plane of motion, you're maybe you know, like they say, you're only as strong as your weakest length, right? So if you're in a powerlifting competition, you want to move as much weight as possible, you're going to be very good in that sport. But maybe you go out there and you try to do a tough mudder or something, you got to climb over a wall, climb up, you know, over some ropes or something, crawl under something or whatever, and you quickly find out that your fitness is not as good as you thought it was. So for that reason, I think having the bread and butter being squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, barbell rowing, bench pressing, and then also adding in there things like chin-ups, doing calisthenics exercises like, you know, various types of planks, front levers, even trying to do like, you know, maybe the human flag or something, one arm exercises, crawling, animal movement flow exercises. All these different things are going to help you to become more well-rounded. Also, sandbag training is a really good thing too. We got those handles on the sandbag, flipping around your head, Bulgarian bag training. Great for developing integration between the lower body, the core, which is everything stemming from the top of the pelvis all the way up to the bottom of your neck here. So all that integration and all those little fine-tuned stabilizer muscles moving you outside of the typical ranges of motion that you're going to see in a typical bodybuilding or powerlifting gym. So that's what I want to say about that. That's my opinion on that. That's why one of the reasons I call this functional aesthetics. We're aiming for that, getting stronger, building that lean, muscular, aesthetic physique, but at the same time, also without sacrificing too much in the way of performance. And in fact, actually probably prioritizing performance more over aesthetics. So, if you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content related to how to work out, how to eat for building muscle, losing fat, optimizing your athletic performance, as well as information on how to train to avoid injuries and to train around injuries if you get them, then consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, and we'll see you all next time for more health and fitness-related information. Thanks guys for watching.